Hey guys, you remember my last video on my Apollo Pro where I reviewed my big bad scooter, gave you all of my impressions, its pros and cons and everything in between. Well, I had some issues with the scooter then, and I still do. And today I'm going to talk about them and my experience with Apollo's partner here in Denmark, FatDaddy, and what is the solution for my problems in terms of this electric scooter. So I bought this electric scooter back in October of 2020 when I decided to buy an electric scooter from the local reseller FatDaddy. All in all, I purchased the electric scooter, but soon after I have noticed the first problem with it, getting to work all dirty. Now, Denmark is a small country where the weather is, if not predictable, it is mostly humid. But not necessarily because it rains, it is because the masses of air usually make it humid. So because this is not a weather channel, I will conclude by saying this is a country where humidity may be different from Canada, for example. Now, going back to the scooter, the back mudguard is practically useless, mud getting through the back of the wheel onto the components of the scooter and onto my clothes. This was my first and most annoying problem. The second was the back brake wire that started to rub against the steel arm of the front suspension, resulting in decoloring the front steel arm. The last problem was the fact that some components started to show signs of rust, which after only 2 months of owning the scooter were somehow unexpected, at least. Anyway, this was my first time having a problematic scooter, as I have owned around 10 scooters by now. So the first step was to contact the seller and the manufacturer to expose the problems. While the manufacturer was prompt in response, they couldn't offer much help as the scooter wasn't bought from them. So my last solution was to continue contacting FatDaddy with these issues, but they had no solution to my problems, although this is a warranty situation as far as I could identify. Days and months have passed, emails have been exchanged, all in all in vain. Emails from FatDaddy that initially seemed to have a shade of hope, in the end were concluded with mudguard being too small, has to do with the production and not the warranty, as a FatDaddy representative clearly answered. Also, in the end, I am confused by these two emails from FatDaddy that state: So, I would say it is more about semantics more than anything else, because this is my water test of the Apollo. This is a test that involves water, a bucket, and the scooter on a wooden stand. So fill the bucket just enough for the back wheel, where the problem I reported comes from, to touch the water. I'm trying to simulate the water that I encounter on my commute to work.
Sound right, boys.
As you can see, once the wheel starts spinning at a speed of above 10 km/h, the water escapes behind the fender and gets to the deck. This test happened for less than a minute, but imagine by the time I get to work, after 15-20 minutes, how much water combined with dirt I get on my clothes. I am well aware that neither the manufacturer nor the seller recommends riding through the rain, but as I mentioned before, it is not always about rain. And if I were to ride in the rain, as showers can be expected from time to time, the scooter is water resistant, meaning that all components should be ready for the situation when water occurs. Probably no one could soak his scooter in a lake and blame the manufacturer or the seller for not being able to ride it, but when an expensive scooter like this comes with the specs that it comes with, you would expect a lot more. Anyway, I did. Maybe not many of you guys have these problems with your Apollo, but for me, they kind of bug me. Especially that the FatDaddy company has not been able to offer me any sense of support with any of the problems. Even the emails have been kind of showing a bad service, or my requests have bugged them. I don't know. All I know is that I definitely love my Apollo Pro. I still consider it one of the best scooters I ever rode. It still gets me where I want to go and lets me do all I want to do with it without any problems. And this is not a video to defame FatDaddy, but a story behind my experience buying from them. In the end, all the small things compiled this great scooter, so I wanted to give you guys my full experience of my situation where I've tried getting some problems fixed on the warranty policy. What would you guys do in this case? Would you just accept these problems as no product is perfect, or would you take it further with a warranty situation? Let me know in the comment sections what you guys think. Also do subscribe and hit that like icon, as I will be bringing updates on this Apollo Pro scooter situation and will tweak it in the following videos. So stay safe, this is Razo Scuderia, catch you in the next one. Peace out!